Welcome to Alkalign Lifestyle School, where luxury meets transformation, where we empower elite minds and bodies to thrive as their true, authentic, divine self. I'm your host today, Fidelis Noka II, and today we're going to talk about what would your life be like if you didn't fear anything. And I'm going to explain to you how your perceptions, what you believe, create your entire experience in this reality. Okay, so let's begin. So there's reality, there's truth in reality, and there's people who say their truth. But their truth is not actually the truth. It's just their truth, meaning their perception. Because you don't actually create reality. You create your own experience in reality. Reality is already here. Like the earth is actually really old. So when people stop and, they actually pay attention to what history has done, like evolution that's come about, you realize that you're just a really small speck on the history of this entire planet. And you make things so hard and so difficult just because of the lack of awareness, the lack of consciousness. You make your life impossible. You make your life impossible to be happy. It's mind-blowing just how people actually think that they're that much bigger when they're actually so minuscule. We're just a part of it. So if you create your own experience in reality, what does that mean? That means that your perceptions, statements that you believe to be true. That's it. Statements that you believe to be true are perceptions. So what is it that you need to do? Stop agreeing to everything. First off, you need to stop agreeing to everything. I went to a seminar in Omaha, Nebraska 2 years ago for my birthday. It's my birthday present from my partner at the time. She gave me a present that I had always desired. And she's still my partner now. Prior, she was my wife, but then we got divorced. Now she's my partner again. So we're restarting the whole pattern, hopefully in a better way this time. But she gifted me a trip to Omaha, Nebraska. I went to see Dan Pena. And it was actually really cool when I went to see Pena because I never actually saw somebody been in a room with billionaires. When I went there was multiple. And the energy in the room was, if I could describe it as decisive. Everyone in there was so secure. Nobody had any insecurity. The whole front row, probably worth a couple $1 trillion. I'm not making this up. I'm tell you, they worth a lot. But I saw just how they carried themselves, that they were just so sure of themselves. But he told us, he said, no tacit approval. Do not, under any circumstances, approve or agree to anything. And I was thinking to myself, well, why not? It's like, it's not that big of a deal, right? No, it's a completely big deal. It drives you. So if you go in there and you say, I'm gonna find my tribe, I'm gonna find the community I wanna be in today. Well, do you know what they believe in? Do you know what their life is like? Do you know what their family life is like? How they treat their relationships, how they treat their money, their finances, their health, their physical health, their self-care. What do they actually believe in? What do they believe is right or wrong? You have to actually know that. Because if you don't know that, it influences you based on entanglement. That's why you see high performers and high achievers on one side, mediocre people on one side. And when you see them, you see high achievers don't like mediocre people, and mediocre people don't like high achievers. Why? Because this is a group over here. They're radiating decisiveness, security. This is a group over here that's radiating indecisiveness and insecurity. They can't make a decision. They literally can't make a commitment. Over here, they're like, hey, if I want this, I'm gonna go get it. What I gotta do to go get it? Okay, I'm gonna do that. All right, check, bye. Over here, uh, I can't have that because that's that's just too big and that's just too much. Nah, that's not gonna work out. So somebody's saying I have everything I want. Somebody's saying I can't have anything I want because everything after because is a lie. You made it up. There's the source does not care. God does not care. The creator does not care what your skin color look like. Does not care what your hair look like. Does not care what your shirt look like. It doesn't care. It does not have any sort of qualifications for someone to believe in it. So all you have to do is surrender yourself. And what you truly believe at this time, if you're not happy with what you have or where you're at, surrender everything that you believe and open yourself up to a brand new way. Let's see what the brand new way is. Let's see what the brand new way of doing is going to be. Let's see. And if you can open yourself up to that, you disagree with how things currently are, and then you start to agree with yourself, how you feel about yourself. You don't agree with somebody else's feeling about you. You should never agree with somebody else's feeling about you. You shouldn't even ask for anybody else's feeling about it. Who cares about how somebody feels about you? But this is where people also get this wrong. You see, people are just insecure. Many of them, not all people, but many people are insecure. And why aren't you secure? You have not taken care of yourself. Instead of a podcast episode talking about selfishness, in terms of self-care. If you built yourself up to where you were indestructible, well, what would happen? How far would you move? How fast would you move? How confident would you move? How easily would you move? Just think about that. Just think about that. All right? If you thought about a different way of being, if you thought about a different way of expressing yourself, right? Where you were more sure, where you were just, you never questioned anything. You know if you wanted this thing, you could always have it based on discipline. Self-discipline, the key to freedom, right? If you just wanted something, you would say, what price do I have to pay to go get this thing? Who do I have to become? Now you've heard this, I guarantee you've heard this. Who do I have to become to go get this thing? Okay, I need to fake it till I make it, so I need to act like this person right now. Okay, that's easier said than done. You cannot just get up and just start being, oh, hey, I'm just gonna go act like a billionaire today. I'm just gonna go to do, that's not how it works out. No. You have to actually learn something. All right, so there's skills, people skills, technical skills that you need to have, communication skills that you need to have, but mainly everything is energy. So how you carry yourself is the main thing. How you carry yourself, how you train yourself to be able to express yourself, how freely authentic you truly are. That's a thing. I learned actually from a failed relationship, and what I learned was that it wasn't a failed relationship with the partner. It was a failed relationship with myself. It had anything to do with the lady that I was with. It had nothing to do with that. It had everything to do with myself. And the irony in it is, she's the one that told me what I was failing at. Because I always tell myself, I'm not afraid of anything. I can get whatever I want. But I just didn't know what I wanted until she told me. I'm going through and this is just recently, and I'm going out and I'm about to go to work out. And I was just asking a simple question, in my opinion, it was a simple question. I was asking about scheduling and planning because of support, because I wanted my partner's support for projects that I'm doing in the gym, somebody to come with me to come to record things. I got my own little mechanisms and tools I use, but it's fun when you go to train yourself with somebody or you go do something with somebody. It's just a lot more fun when you do it with your partner. So I just wanted to know what her plan was, what her schedule was. Because when I'm really putting forth the effort, I'm really getting to it and getting after it, I don't see her. And I was expressing to her about energy, how she expresses her energy. I said, you can't keep expressing your energy like that to me. I don't like it. Like, I'm just thinking, I don't like it. I don't like when people come and challenge me all the time. And, you know, women, they raising their voice. Like, why are you doing that? That's not powerful. I'm telling her that. I don't know about every woman. That's their opinion. I'm talking about in terms of me, my relationship. And I said, I don't like it. You know, I remember growing up, my mom, she's not physically large. My father's not that large either, but she was very loud. You know, she's a very combative person, aggressive person. She had a lot of anger, you know, built in or built up inside of her. And she expressed it out to him a lot. And I didn't like that she did it so much. I didn't like that. And that she would always come to feed her anger and her rage to me. Like, I want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. I don't care about how you feel about him. He's fine to me. You know, I don't know him, you know, much. You know, I met him later on, really, in my, like, 4 or 5 years old. But he wasn't anything bad. I don't know. You know, so maybe you have a past history, you need to go through that with him. But don't put your limitations on me about him. I don't have them, you know? So I remember I told my partner, and I was like, hey, I just don't like that. So stop doing it. You know, and she said, oh, so you want me to change my voice, you know, and be soft and, you know, and like console you and things. And I was like, well, no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, stop being, soft is good. You know, but I don't know about consoling. Like, I don't need you to console me. I just need you to be like, don't come at like you want to do boxing. Like, I don't need that. And then when I realized it, you know, I was thinking to myself right then when she said it, but then after that she was like, yeah, okay, that's not gonna happen. So fuck that. I'm not doing that. And I'm like, gosh, like, why are you like so angry? Like, I didn't even do anything. I didn't do anything. You know, what you perceive that I've done is not what I was doing. That's not. I based relationships on intention. So I base everything that I do is based on intention. What's my intent behind it? Why am I doing it? Right? If I know why I'm doing it, if I know why I'm saying it, if I know why I'm, you know, going out, or if I'm moving this way, it's based on intention. So what's your intention is a very powerful thing. You need to know what your intention is, you know? And so I'm telling her this, and she's just yelling at me about what she's not gonna do. I'm not doing it. I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna, and I'm like, fuck, man. I've been through this whole process, and I've been going to evolving this whole way of being, you know, learning what masculine is and learning what true alphas are. Alphas don't say that they're alphas, you know, they just do the right thing. People who have to say that they're alpha this and they're alpha male or alpha female, you're not. I'm gonna give you that right now. You're not. They always go to the pack of wolves thing. They talk about the researcher who did the experiment where he was watching the alpha wolf. And the funny thing is that the guy who did that said he made a mistake. And he said that he was telling everybody that the alpha was the one that was in the front, that was leading the way the entire time. And that was going, you know, to basically open up all the doors and pathways, and people are following him. That was the alpha. But he admittedly said he was incorrect. He said that the alpha wolf was the one in the back that was protecting and securing everyone and guiding them, making sure everybody was on the right path from the back. He was doing that from the back. Nobody really saw him then. He wasn't the first person that everybody saw. And also, they talked about how they would put the weakest links in the front because they had to keep pace. Because think about it. If you're in a society or in a community or in a family and you got the leaders of the pack in the front, you're gonna have the stragglers in the back, and they're gonna get left behind. So what happens literally is they put the stragglers in the front so that they would not get left behind. That was the alpha. The alpha is the overseer. So I understand how alphas work. They're the behind the scenes person that you don't ever hear from. They're the person behind the scenes that you don't see, you know, on the front of the cereal box. That's not them. You know, That's not them. They're the ones that have the private island though. They're the ones with the big money. They're the ones. But what she said was, I'm not doing that. And I realized at that moment, hey, you're not going to be successful in this relationship. It's not going to work. So I went to the gym and I was going to train myself. About 2 hours. I'm going to train myself. Just moving, just move my energy. Thankful I can move my energy. And I came back and I saw her. And I said, hey, this isn't going to work. Because I can't do that. Like, you just told me what I do need. You said someone consoling. I'm not crying. I'm not sad. I'm not here to sit there and say I'm a victim of life. I'm not. But I understand what support is. You have to fit yourself in. And soft isn't bad. Like, if you look at feminine energy, right, and women, I'm just giving you my opinion, the softer a woman is, in terms of her tone, in terms of her approach, the softer a woman is, the more powerful she is. As soon as she becomes aggressive, she loses all power, period. There's no power in it. Because now, she's in a more masculine perspective. If you speak to a man like a man, which most men don't actually speak to each other in degrading ways, because we understand it's going to end up something that can be pretty bad or could catch off. So you don't see most men in public going out and disrespecting themselves, one another. They don't do that. We don't do that because we know it would end up in a bad thing if that man was not as aware or consciously aware. So we don't do it. But it seems that women have a different perspective on that. And they just feel like they can say whatever they want to say. And I think it has to be looked at like something's not right about that belief. I don't think you're fitting in to the right thing. That's not what actual supportive partners do. Now, I'm not saying you can't hold somebody accountable, but you can hold somebody accountable the way that you need to express yourself. The most powerful way for you to express yourself. Whatever's right or wrong for you is based upon your own perception and your own belief. But I'm telling you, based on truth. You can look this up. There's feminine energy frequency, masculine energy frequency. Now listen, if you have a tonality and if you come to express yourself, like if I walked around with my voice like Michael Jackson, most people they thought that Michael Jackson was gay, but he's not. Not even close, he was not. And that also was not his real voice. So if you ever heard Michael Jackson's real voice, Michael's real voice was not like that. It was not high like that. I don't believe. So I'm giving you my own personal opinion, but I do not believe Michael Jackson's voice sounded like a little doll, No, I don't believe that's what his voice sounded like. But if you had more men that express themselves as a masculine man, what would that actually mean? Just calm, just peaceful, just neutral, and powerful. And you would hear the bass inside their voice, like you hear it in mine. I'm not saying that it has to be the biggest, the deepest, no, but, that's 432 for me. It's my natural frequency. When you hear a woman and you're thinking, why are you raising your voice? Like, why are you yelling? Who told you that was the right thing for you to do? Somebody stated, all right, maybe from a feminist perspective, this is what I believe, and the women agreed. So now you see how movements can cause disruption. Now you have a bunch of women saying, I'm a feminist person, and I'm fighting for something, which already you're messing up because you're fighting for it in the first place. You're not surrendering to it. And it's saying you're going against the natural order of things. Because why would you want to fight for something? Why would you not just want to surrender to it? Most women don't actually change over anything. They have the same jobs. They keep the same, whether it's home or office or whatever they do. Some of them are outliers, and that's great. But in order to have harmony, you wouldn't have a shouting match with your partner because it just wouldn't make sense. So when she told me I needed somebody who was consoling, somebody, and I thought about it and I said, you know what? I don't think I would need that. But I think, you have kids, yeah, they would need that. They would need somebody who's so aggressive. But I would need something like that. Like, what if I had a hard day? Like what if I actually went in and I've been battling myself so I can have no fears and no doubts, and I'm gonna put my stuff out and I'm gonna see. Like, I need to have somebody to talk to too, and I can't talk to you. Everything I bring up, you judge me on it, you flip out because it's not to your liking. It doesn't have to be to your liking. This is my evolution. I just need you to support me in it. So I started to understand that, and when she said that comment about what I needed, I said, you know what? You're right. And if I don't get what I need, I'm not going to be successful with you. That's what I said. I'm not here to hurt nobody. But I started to understand it. Like, goodness, you keep on speaking to me like that. I don't know. Like, I can set rules and boundaries for myself, but you don't know. Somebody's coming at you and they keep saying, hit me, or not saying hit me, but their energy saying, hit me. What you gonna do? You don't challenge people like that. You don't keep doing that. Eventually you're gonna get hit. It may not be by me. For sure, it won't be by me. But somebody's gonna take you up on that offer. They're gonna knock you out. And then what you gonna do? Or maybe you're gonna learn that. See? Is that how you wanna learn? You don't have to do that. Just come to the realization that that's not what's giving you a positive feedback in life. That's not harmony. And so literally, right after I expressed that, I felt better because I'm like, I'm not hiding this because I can't get past this. This is eating me up. And one thing I've learned is to never ever hold on to emotion in any way, shape, or form. If it comes into your mind, it needs to come out your lips. If it's coming into your mind to say something out loud, say it. So if you were not afraid of the consequences, you would speak outwardly into the field of space, whatever needs to be said. Say what you need to say, not what you want to say, not what you think somebody's going to accept today. Speak on something that's eating you up on the inside so that you can keep the flow of energy going the entire time. You have to have conversations like that. Upon having that conversation, I decided, okay, I'm going to get up and go out. I have to go, I take my dogs out, so I got my 2 pitties. We go out. Every day we got a little walk on the boardwalk. We right by the ocean. Head to the pier, and then we make our round and come back. All of a sudden, the energy is completely different. I can feel a shift while I'm walking in my head. Because listen, if you're in a relationship, your energy is half your energy, and then the other half of the Vesica Pisces, as it forms, is your partner's half. So you have half that you own yourself, that's your self-love for yourself. Then the other half of your circle that creates a new circle, okay, is the opposite half, which goes to your partner. And then you then create a new thing. That's how you do it. It's basically like a mastermind group. So your most important person in your mastermind group is your spouse or your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your partner, romantic partner. That's the start of your mastermind group. If you ever heard Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich, that's the mastermind group. The first person in your mastermind group is going to be your spouse, your partner. So you better pick wisely. Because if they're not on the same page as you, you're going to destroy the mastermind group, which is then going to destroy your dreams, goals, aspirations. They'll never get off the ground. It won't work. And so, it shifted the energy. So I came back, and then all of a sudden, it's soft. It was just a volcanic eruption, but now it's soft. So women are taught that they're emotional, but that's not true. Y'all just agreed to that. Everyone's emotional. Everyone has emotions. Why are women emotional? Men aren't emotional? Everyone has emotions. Do you know how to control them? Have you ever made a distinct, take a look at yourself in terms of clarifying what causes this, what causes that, what causes this. Everyone's emotional. So what? That's just an excuse. What's the problem? Can you control yourself? That's the issue. That's the issue. Can you control yourself? If you cannot control yourself, there's an issue. There's a problem. That's what I'm telling you. I'm telling you guys 100%. If you do not understand why something is occurring, if you do not understand why the feedback is coming to you, it's because you're not looking at what you're putting out based on cause and effect. You're causing the effect. So if you were not afraid, men especially, to speak up and say what you really need and pay attention to what the Creator is telling you through the expression that's coming through other people. I didn't know I needed someone that was soft. I really didn't. I hear podcasts and people talk about relationships and things and feminine, masculine. I hear all that. But when she said it, I'm like, yeah, you know what? It took me about an hour. Moving some weight, pushing some sleds, I'm doing some curls and all. Finally, I was like, wait, she's right. I do need that. Wait, so you put it through her. Oh, it's crazy. But I caught it. Yeah, 100%. You need to be able to fit into the mold. Men, you need to be the superheroes. You do. Women are already superheroes. They had the superhero. I don't know if they understand that part either. Y'all had the superhero. Y'all had to create him with me. So y'all are already powerful. You need to build the person aside from you up. But what if you weren't actually afraid to say something positive to somebody? What if you weren't actually afraid to speak positively and speak life into someone? People are afraid to do that. They're afraid. They're holding on to this I'm so angry persona. They're holding on to I'm so hideous, I'm so evil. Yeah, you're holding on to that, what you've told yourself. What if you weren't like that anymore? What if you were a person that everyone that encountered you, you left them feeling great? You left them with something that was just inspirational, motivational. You're helping them create something brand new. What if you were a person that did that? You ever ask yourself that? What if you're a person that everyone that you touched in some way, shape, or form changed drastically just because you touched them with your energy? I'm just talking about whether it was a speech, whether it was a seminar, whether it was a teaching, whether it was some words of kindness, whether it was a hug, whether it was a handshake, whatever it was. What if you were a person that anybody came in contact with, you left them bigger than when they first met you? They left bigger than when they first met you. Think about that. If you woke up every morning and asked yourself, what would I do if I didn't fear anything? What would I be doing if I just wasn't afraid of anything? That's it. You would know exactly how to fix yourself, exactly how to become secure, detach yourself from attention of other people. You wouldn't even seek attention from other people. You wouldn't even care whether they give it to you or not. You would just figure out a way to bless everyone. You'd figure out a way to just give so much positivity because you figured out that was actually the true nature of things, was to give out so much goodness. You would just start going out, giving out more and more goodness and getting it all back, however you ask for it. Think about that. Today, if you walked out and you want to change your relationship dynamic, because people are failing in relationships. People are going from relationship to relationship, they're jumping from one ship to the next. Because first of all, their inner is in turmoil, their mind's in chaos, their beliefs are not in check. You've got to go off of actual truths. You can't go off of the truth that you tell yourself. What you tell yourself just may not be true. Everything that you think, every thought that comes into your head may not actually be true. You ever thought about that? You should ask yourself that. Is this actually true? God, is this actually true? Is this thought that I'm having true? Am I actually ugly? Am I actually slow? Am I actually evil? Am I actually mean? Am I actually angry? Am I actually broke? Am I actually poor? Am I actually hungry? Am I actually unworthy? Am I actually shameful? Full of shame? Am I actually guilty? Am I actually, judgmental? Whatever it is, ask God. You're gonna get the answer. It's gonna come to you now. But also ask God, can you make sure I'm ready to receive the answer that you're gonna give me? It's gonna give you the answer. You just gotta be ready to receive it. When I started to ask powerful questions and pay attention to what things were coming to me, changed my life. And I realized that my failed relationship was not with the partner, it was with myself. I didn't even know that I needed that thing. I was failing myself. Literally. It wasn't on purpose. I really was not thinking that this is a dynamic that was created probably from my family or maybe my mom and dad, I was just carrying it on. Like, how long can I withstand this before I do something bad or something like this? It's like, no, I ain't gotta do all that. Just stop what you're doing. Correct this. State this. Yeah, you're aware of it now. How do you feel? Oh, I don't feel good. Okay, all right. State that. Don't be a coward. Say what the truth is. Okay, move on. Changed my entire life. Just in one day. So I hope you would stop fighting. Okay? Just surrender to it. And sometimes you need to be the bad guy, men. Sometimes you gotta be the bad guy. You gotta move the family where you wanna go. Where you feel like it's gonna be prosperous. It's on you. You gotta take him, you gotta make this business, you gotta create these things, you gotta take these risks in order to get the success that you want, it's on you. Yeah. But women, it's also on you. You're the co-pilot, the navigator. They're going to this place. Can you help them get there? Tell them that they're gonna make it, that they already made it? Can you support them in that way? Or are you gonna sit there and tear them down because it's all about you? Once you realize that you feel better when it's all about us, women do, I think. I think they feel whole whenever they realize that nurturing and growing a garden is an excellent thing. It's a wonderful thing to do. And the man's going out to find the forest, and however you choose to do this in your relationship is up to you, but just try it though. I think it really is a fun thing to do. I think women are actual natural gardeners. They are natural nurturers. I don't make food. No, I can physically make food. I don't make it in my anatomy. It's impossible. But they can do it. I think it's a natural thing. Like a program that they've been given by the Creator. So see if just a shift of perspective would change your dynamic, how you project yourself to each other, and just see if it would allow things to happen if you just calmed yourself down and surrendered to the actual present moment and did what you felt was actually inherently right. The nature way, not your way, This video helps you guys anyway. Like, share, subscribe to my channel. I put out 2 videos a week. You have a short that comes out, multiple shorts that come out every day. So you'll see shorts from videos that are gonna be posted, not posted yet, teachings that I haven't done yet, I'm actually gonna put out a 8-part series on detoxification. And it's gonna be a course you guys are gonna be able to check out, Become More Alkalign course. You guys are gonna have access so that you can know how to start living a lifestyle of alkalinity, alkaline diet, and also aligning your chakras. And again, I have 3 herbal formulas. 2 of them Awaken, daytime, base formula. That's a gut cleanser, cellular cleanser. Replenish overnight, gut cellular cleanser. And then also Ascension, which is also gut and brain cellular cleanser. Actually, all of them are gut brain cellular cleansers, but this is just an enhanced version of Awaken and Replenish is Ascension. So if you guys are interested, and cleansing your cells, lymphatic system, and lymphatic system, clearing up the space for your energy to flow. Click the link below in the description below. Check them out. Also, my Become an Alkalign Challenge, looking to raise your consciousness, learn a brand new way of being, actually learning, just a new level of knowledge to take you and your transformation and yourself and your family as far as you can take it. All right, I'll give you the base of understanding, universal knowledge. Become an Alkalign Challenge the end of every month. And if you are a high net worth person, VIP person, looking for a personalized healthy lifestyle coaching sessions for a few months, guidance for a few months, I have our generational health program that you can sign up for. And other than that, until next time, thank you guys for joining.